Hello YouTube, it's me, Alconium again, with my fourth vlog of sorts. We've got a good bit of stuff to talk about tonight, so let's get started. First thing, I recently rewatched the excellent Doctor Who film Fire and Ice, which is the first episode of the fan series Doctor Who 2009. And yes, I realize the irony in the name too. It's 2010 already, and we're still waiting on the second episode of Guardian of the Solar System. And while I hate the wait, they should take as much time as they need, because we all know what happens when projects get rushed. Now, where was I? Oh, right. After watching Fire and Ice, I decided that if I had the time, the money, the resources, the cast, and the acting talent, I think I'd probably have to go at making a Doctor Who fan film or series myself. Probably with me as the Doctor, and with using my own logo, well, one of the 5 I've made, and my own arrangement of theme music, and probably my own scripts to some degree. I've even got some ideas for a bit of a premise and portrayal of the Doctor. So I'm going to start with the 13th Doctor, fatally wounded after having stopped some scheme of the Masters. His companion then helps him into the TARDIS, where, to everyone's surprise, he regenerates. Now, before you start saying, but Time Lords can only regenerate 13 times, I know that, and of course the Doctor does, and even he won't know how he was able to regenerate a 13th time, which leads me to how he might be depicted, if I ever go anywhere with this. Due to the uncertain nature of this incarnation, this Doctor will at times be a lot less sure of himself, always be seeking answers, and of course, like every Doctor, have his moments of anger. And when he knows what he's doing, let his enemy think their plan will go off without hitch, then reveal the ace up his sleeve. And in terms of his clothing, so you think of something of a grittier, more modern, and more casual version of the seventh Doctor's costume, while going for a bit of a gunslinger who hates guns sort of motif. Remember, these are just ideas. Don't expect me to start posting episodes anytime soon. And the second thing I'd like to talk about is something I brought up before, but it seems necessary to mention again. And that's the so-called Doctor Who fans who are still clinging to David Tennant, even though his last episode aired more than 2 weeks ago. Almost getting close to 3 now. Honestly, get over it. He's done with Doctor Who, and aside from possible future multi-Doctor episodes, he's not coming back. If he's the only reason you watched Doctor Who, then I'm sorry. You're not a Doctor Who fan, you're a David Tennant fan. And if you want to see more David Tennant on TV, bitching about Matt Smith will get you nowhere. What I suggest you do is wait for Rex Is Not Your Lord premiere and watch that. I'm looking forward to it myself, but not as much as I'm looking forward to Series 5 or Series 1 or Season 31, whichever you want to call it, of Doctor Who. Stephen Moffat was probably the best writer of the Russell T Davies era of Doctor Who, and what I've seen of Matt Smith has been brilliant so far. And third, come to think of it, there's only 2 things. Tune in next week, when I'll be giving my initial thoughts on Mass Effect 2. I've been looking forward to this game for months, and I love the original. So, until next time, this is Alconium signing off. Good night, or good whenever it is, wherever you are.